Okay, hello. Welcome back to another video where I try to make something and talk about it. Thank you guys so much for all the support on my last little video. Thank you for everybody that commented, liked the video, shared it. I really, really appreciate you guys. And I will respond to more questions as soon as I can. I'm pretty much just filming on Saturdays when I have time. I work all week long and I honestly work part of the weekends too. That's just the nature of being a teacher. But I try to make time for crafts. So this is my current project. This is just a hat that I got from the corner store over here by our house. It was like $2, $3 or something. It's quite cute for a couple bucks. But our town has a local contest every year where you make a hat from scratch. They hand out hats that you get for free, or I think you can purchase them for $1 or something like that. And you decorate the hat. So it's a hat decorating contest. The one year that I did enter, I made my hat completely from scratch. Like, we're talking, I bought a bunch of fabric. I built the whole like armature out of wire. I went crazy for days on it and I was really proud of it. And I don't think anybody voted for my hat because it's like a town thing where people can vote. I live in a really nice small town, and long story short, this time I was like, I'm just gonna go buy a hat and build off of it like other people do. I don't really have like a set plan for this, but I have a lot of old decorations and new decorations from the dollar store that I'm thinking about using, like layering on and maybe doing some kind of feather or leaf thing. And yeah, just playing with it and seeing where it goes. So my other idea was also from the dollar store, using some pumpkins and making like a pumpkin patch hat. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna add things on until I like the way it looks. And I need to get this done pretty much ASAP because I need to enter the contest in a couple days. I just looked up the due date, and of course, it's like 3 days from now. So, wish me luck. And this time, I will try to actually record what is that called? A time lapse? Time lapse. All right, see you on the other side. Okay. I went through the trouble of removing each and every leaf from its little plastic stem, which actually took quite a bit of time. Same with these feathers. And at first I was liking the idea, but then I found more of these Halloween-y type things that I got from the dollar store, and I thought they go already with the hat. See this color down here? So I thought, why not just use what's already there and maybe add some other ribbon that I have. I'm pretty sure I have different sorts. Let's see. Okay, so yes, I have some velvet ribbon that is black, some glitter tulle. I found some bones that I got. And I know that I have, let me see. Yes, I have purple ribbon in my stash. I also think I have more black lace somewhere. So I could easily do something with this purple and black combo with eyeballs and spiders and bones and not lose how pretty this already is. So it would be a Purple Witch vibe. I don't know, I'm so torn. I don't know if I should stick to my original plan and just cover up this or use what I have and really challenge myself to make something different. I'm concerned it's not going to turn out as cute. All right, I'll think about it. I have officially disentangled all of these flowers from all of their fake stems, and my wee fingers hurt and are covered in glitter. But I'm glad that I did this because I do think I like this color pattern better. I do think this will turn out really cute depending on where I put things. And I can always touch things up with more purpley magenta colors. So that's the plan. I might break these up, these really glittery pieces, and almost like paste them to lay against the top of the hat. And maybe I'll do a time lapse of that. Hopefully it turns out okay. I should have bought a second hat because then I could have done another one with all the orange stuff, but I also don't have that much time. So wish me luck. Okay, so I was tinkering around with some things and trying to decide how am I going to make this more cohesive and more interesting. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tool, I'm going to layer it underneath the already existing glittery tool that's on the brim of this hat. Hopefully I have enough to do that, just to give it more interest on the brim. Around the perimeter, I think I will add some of these flowers. I'll play around with it. I'll try to playfully place some spiders. I like how some of these spiders are silver. So I have some silver glitter. And in fact, I found that, oops, sorry for shaking the camera. I have a whole collection of glitter in the kind of same colorway. And I even have black glitter. So I think I have enough to work with. I have some extra poppy, pretty fat pink glitter that I might use too. And over here you'll see I found some cord and some black lace. So pretty much what I'm getting at is I still don't have a plan, but I think that if I differentiate a lot of these plain black leaves and dress up their edges with some of this glitter, they'll stand out more and it'll make the hat more interesting overall. Something else that I found in my stash, as a crafter, you know this, you just find things and you're like, oh yeah, I've had that forever. These very cute plastic sequins. Some of these are the perfect purpley magenta-y shades for this hat. And part of me wants to kind of sprinkle them throughout. The other part of me wants to do a really cool gradient up the hat, but I think I would need way more. And these are just rainbow. So then I only have a little bit of pink and a little bit of the dark purple. I could probably still make it work, but I'm not positive. So we will see how this goes. Again, I'm just going to play around with it until I get something that I remotely like. All right, so apologies if my voice is muffled. I have a mask on because of the kind of glue that I'm using. But I don't know if you can see that I have this glittery tool and I have cut it into strips. And I'm just going to parse it around. I probably won't have enough to fill up the whole brim, but I will have enough to make it a little bit more interesting and layered as a base for my hat. Okay, so I might have made the mistake of not filming my process again. It's not like I did it on purpose, I swear. I just got in the mode and for several hours last night I was working on this hat. I thought I hated it last night. Now I think I'm okay with it and I need to finish it up. So I will film the finishing up process and explain how I got to where I'm at. And I'm so sorry I did not film more. So, ta-da! It looks kind of crazy. But this is where I'm at. Yeah. So some of this is loose because I was just playing around with where I was placing things. But the rest is glued down. So I know the lighting is bad. I don't have my ring light on. And it is the morning. I don't even know where to start. All right. So this tool, I put it all the way around. I think that's where I left off. Underneath this tool to give it more of a layered effect. Oop. And I think I got the desired effect that I wanted. Then I took all the flowers that I had taken off of the fake stems and placed them at the base of the hat. Oh, but that was only after I attached some velvet to wrap around the entire base of the top of the hat. Gosh, what else? I layered that same dark tulle over the top of the, what is this called? The turret of the hat? I don't know. And as I said, I broke apart these, whatchamacallits, sparkly things. And I did layer them around the hat. And in fact, I went as far as to let them go higher than the end of the hat, which I really like that I did that. I think it turned out pretty cool. And then I just kept layering. I would stick a spider here. I'd stick I don't know what that is, a plastic sequin there. This was just an empty leaf, so I stuck a skull in there. The eyeball flowers. So it just kind of has like a very layered look right now, and I'm really okay with that. I really like that overall. I will get a better shot of this, that I can promise, before the end of this video. I'll do it out in the light in the living room. But for now, I kind of just want to finish up. Let me see if I can get my camera more or less obstructed. I also need to clean up my crafting area. I'm sorry. Anyway, basically what I have left over is a lot of black leaves. They're not super interesting looking. I do think I will need to put a little glue on each one, maybe just Mod Podge, and kind of paste them around the brim just to sort of give it more of a finished look. And then she shall pretty much be done. I don't think I have much more time. I know I said I have 3 days, but I actually don't know when I'd be able to go home, pick up the hat, bring it back to the shop where the hats are displayed. This week, there will not be time. I work too much and there just won't be time. So we're thinking today we will actually go pick up a grocery order. And when we do that, we will drop off the hat. So I need to finish it right now, eat, get showered, and drop off my hat, and somehow also film an update of the hat all in that process. So I'm gonna finish her up. I'm gonna get her done. One more thing before I carry on crafting. I just really want to give a disclaimer. This kind of glue, this kind of multi-purpose Scotch glue, it's amazing. It dries really fast. It's super, super strong. But oh my goodness, it really got tough in here to breathe. Like, and my door was open. I have a decent sized little room for my crafts. I had the fan going, and I had an N95 on for most of the process. But it got to be too much. Like, it even says not to inhale the fumes of this too much. So I switched to my actual gas mask. I might be being paranoid, but I'm pregnant and I don't want to risk anything. So just a heads up, if you're using this, I don't even think you should use it barehanded. It says don't let it come into contact with your skin. It has not irritated my skin, and I have probably the most sensitive skin on planet Earth. But just a heads up, I did end up switching to a glue gun, which is, as you all know, less strong, but it does not have a scent and it is quick. So that's what I'm working with right now. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. Let me see. In some spots, you can see some of the markings from glue where I glued down the tool onto the hat. So all I'm doing is I'm taking a little glob of hot glue onto the back of one of these sequins. Get some of the glue off there. I'm putting it on low so it doesn't melt the sequin completely. And then I'm just popping it on to cover up some of that glue spot. Make sure I get all of the delightful, yucky hot glue. And voila. Okay, so I am kind of getting to the point where I am feeling like I'm running out of places to put things, which is always my sign to stop. I am far from minimalist. I never said I had good taste. My taste is kind of like gaudy and, if I'm being kind to myself, eccentric. So I always think that more is more, and that's just my vibe. So I think I'm at a good kind of stopping point for adding things. And instead of adding more, what I think I need to do now is go through and kind of, in certain spots where like spiders are hidden, take some Mod Podge and paint on some glitter so that they stand out a little bit more. Something else that I'm going to do is some of these leftover leaves. I'm just going to cut them out. They don't have to be perfect. And in places where I see there's quite a bit of residual glue, sorry for all the phone shaking, I'm just going to tack them right on so that they hide that glue. So yeah, there's just a couple places like right here where the flower lifts up strange, and instead of just gluing it down, which I could also do, I think I'll add a leaf underneath. So what I'm going to do is just pull off the rest of that stem. And then I have perfect leaf shape to either fold as so, like so, and stick it underneath the flower so it kind of sticks out for a nice little layered effect. Or I can cut it up, which I think in this case I will, because again, I'm kind of running out of places to put things and I just want little touches of detail. Okay, so this is probably going to get really messy really fast, so pray for me. Taking regular Mod Podge, little paintbrush, just a little dip, and all I'm going to do is on certain parts that I would like to stand out more of the hat, I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of Mod Podge. And then I'm going to take my glitter with the holes and just like so. That's pretty. Okay, it's going to be a big mess in here, but what's new, right? So I'm going to go through and do that a few more times on different spots where it looks like there's too much black and it's hard to distinguish between what is what. Okay, I've added quite a bit of glitter. I found some of these, if it'll focus, shiny stars. Losing my mind at this point. I really need to stop and get out of here. But I just can't stop. So there we go. We're going to start adding a few stars kind of higher up. So now, unfortunately, I think I'm at the part where I don't know how to stop. So I'm adding these little guys in between different flowers just for even more texture and insanity. Okay, this, I believe, will be the finishing touch. A little bit of glue. Tuck it in right here. Make sure it's nice and snug. It doesn't go flying away. Make sure all those webs from the glue are gone. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to shake off the excess glitter over the trash can, and then I will give you guys the final update. Okay, so this is ultimately the finished product. Layers and layers of flowers and glitter and tulle, little fake vines. What else? Sequins. I've painted on glitter. I added this to the top. So let me zoom out again so you can get the whole thing. Can you turn it around a little bit? Yeah, and each side is just totally covered. I'm thinking of calling it Midnight Garden. So let me know what you think, you guys. Sorry I didn't film more of the process. Oops, sorry, got my husband in the shot. This is the hat. Happy Halloween.